and be a little more conservative with my cut blade this time, although I need it to get through this opening section. Can't get past these things without it, because they are dogged in guarding these platforms. Yeah, gotta give Dr. Wily some credit. He did not make his areas very penetrable for his robot masters. He was like, you know what? Let's make this not a Wily's Fortress per se, but we're gonna make it pretty obnoxious for you. Including me not being able to make these jumps all of a sudden. He's just sliding off the edge of these platforms for some reason, and I just fired Cutman's weapon for no reason whatsoever. Alright, let's switch off the cut blade and conserve that energy, that weapon energy for a little bit. Alright. I think that's my new strategy for that area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 3, 2, 3, 4. Oh, why does that never work? Jump too soon. Oh, jump too late. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot it actually resets the weapon tanks in this one, but I don't need another refill. I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here's our first set of platforms in space. Seriously, you can't tell me Wily didn't design it that way, because he's just cool. Alright. Alright. Well, I lost a little bit of energy there, but I can handle it. Preserving my cut tank cutter weapon for Elec Man at the end, because I'm going to get there this time. Still got to kill a couple of these things, though. Maybe I'll get lucky and one of them will drop it. Yeah! There we go. Now I can conserve it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gotta remember not to rush this one. There it is. I knew it fired off. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah, practice makes perfect. Now we get our floating islands in the middle of space. I'm almost back to the Stomper. And this time I have much more energy, so even if I take a hit, I'll be able to run past him. There we go. Oh, that's right. Now I gotta deal with the electricity coming up. Oh! How many times have I died already this time? I don't remember. Okay, I have 2 extra lives, so even if I throw myself to the wolves on the first one, I should be able to beat Elec Man the second time. So I'm not going to waste my cut tank. I'm going to just blast my way through it, not win the fight, and then come back with my full cut tank and take his ass out. Oh, shit. That's if I even get there, of course. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, here we are. It's another thing they don't do in the other Mega Man games. You don't climb up to a boss, you walk into a boss. So at least Mega Man 1 has some unique aspects like that. Alright, this time for realsies. I'll equip Cutman before I even get there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I went too soon. That's my fault. That's my bad. 1, 2. Sorry if that's annoying. It just helps me to say it. It helps me with my timing. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, Elec Man. You are going down. Right motherfucking now. You are no match for my cutter. Get cut, son! I never knew the pink things increased the score. Yeah, they do. It's a weird part of this first Mega Man game that it actually keeps score. That's one thing I'm glad they did it with the later Mega Man games. Alright, so Cutman, Elec Man, and Elec Man takes out Iceman. So next up, we go to the ice stage. We're gonna be slipping and sliding. Da 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 da. Oh, Greg, you were talking about rockin' jams. I think the Iceman music is pretty rockin' too. Ah, floating head. Gotta remember to shoot it at the top so that it doesn't come apart. And I failed horribly at that. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. Shoot the top so it doesn't break apart. Now we got the Penguins of Death coming up here. And by that I mean they swoop up and down, and they also, some of them explode on you. Not these ones, but some later ones do. Ooh. One up, but I had to risk possibly getting hit by the slider there, but I managed to avoid it. Da 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 da. Retro Plus. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing about Mega Man 6. I was on eBay really early on, like 1999, and I got a lot of those Mega Man box games way back then. Back then, Mega Man 6 was considered like the worst of the 6 original Mega Man games. Actually, it probably still is, because Capcom didn't even publish it in North America. I think they handed it off to Nintendo, if I remember correctly. So back then, you could get Mega Man 6 complete in the box dirt cheap. And you know what? There was another late NES release that was really cheap back then, Wario Woods, which I think technically was the last NES game in North America. So it's funny how times change. Now those late NES games have some value, but back then it wasn't perceived that way. Nobody thought about the fact they had short print runs on those games back in that day. Oh yeah, we got the invisible platforms again. And we got a slider chasing me back and forth unless I use Cutman's weapon to take it out, which I think I will. But I haven't saved in a while, so I'll save first. Then I'll return to the game. And turn on the cut. Get cut, son. And it's going to refill my cutter, too, so I'll take that.